friend me, I do want searching message. Now I subscribe to my channel. Me a notification bell also for more news. Ebusuafo ene nipa yo ka say Efri Ashante region na Onigana ha or US abontin and I actually say na Afrafranto a to find him for local or Afrafranto no de ye rural and cash. And he if you also an assassin so ko he. What's the day? NPP for better Abama and Asante for better Abama because of that. Na Park Syndrome crowd bashi Park Syndrome. She adwuma obebi a Ghana youth near BA ono crare. Now here you there. Who is all say Ashanti region? No more to Abama, NPP a position. Hell no. A lot of Ghanaians vote based on parties or more. And this Afrafranto and Adrian say, or person pretty abandoned win the bois. Na Park Syndrome crowd and our mamma your way. On no NPP ni. Inti Afrafranto we be gene. Inti sema or the etu
ya. Yeah, sister Fia, na me boy asomna na branch and can say anything I issue or the same debt to GDP ratio because if the GDP are not grown now and I will share debt to MPP for abe account now and that ratio will be way higher, right? We say the debt to GDP ratio as of now and I'm 70%, oh baby, right? Even though the debt
because of rebasing, so when you say rebasing of the economy.
Yeah, but even before we compare to NDC tab now, we are still using that same. We haven't rebased the NDC tab.
Yeah, the old rebasing, the HM typical.
No, NDC breast. So can send this baby fish no me rebasing. I don't think since I rebasing, I rebasing for baby. And you know, like I said, no, the debt has gone up, and the reason why we are still at 70% is because the denominator and the GDP has also gone up. So just by inference, that is how you're able to know that they've grown this economy. They've increased the size of the economy. It is not the same economy that they met when the debt was 70% GDP at the time of NDC. I mean, because and on top of Kano, so they've grown the GDP. So, I mean, just based on that numbers, it's indisputable, sir. This economy, the size of this economy is way bigger than what they inherited.
Okay.
But the fact that the GDP goes up, it doesn't necessarily mean, sir, you are about to all sectors of or the saying your population. It depends on the distribution of GDP now generating, right? Was the distribution such that the lower people now the poor are participating more in that GDP? Those are other analysis I'll wait later. Or was the growth in the GDP just coming from some few sectors where most Ghanaians don't participate and they don't even earn income from those sectors that much? That's a different conversation for another day. You have to look at the data.
Another day, yeah. Especially oil and gas, but very few people are in that sector.
Exactly. Into those are sometimes what we call the distribution of wealth effects, can be different. Anything that sometimes looking at these global numbers, you have to dig down a deep further and see where the impacts are and what is driving those. But like I said, in the young economy, you can't about to I think, sir, I agree with what panelists for. Of course, every election cycle is going to be different. Election cycle be anyway the same necessarily. Because there are new players in here, they're based on. Of course, every election cycle there will be some things that are new, but generally, there's some baseline between and also their projections. That is not to say you're saying that the projections will necessarily repeat themselves the same way, but it's a guideline, it's a framework that enables you to make your analysis. And Alan Chamante, media, I don't discount the fact I know, but I'm like. Alan Chamante stature in Ghana politics, Obi Kaso we ain't even found the Park Indom Diana. Was Park Indom not part of the MPP? He was also a minister in the MPP government, right? Okay, I know a minister for public sector reforms.
Yeah, before that he was even in charge of finance and economic planning.
Yes, and you Park Indom was your friend Juma Ura and wasn't the factor and any influence and so near so 1.5% was he in discount now. Now Obi no Nisa attribute, may exaggerate on the numbers based on what? And let the data play out. Say Alan so let him also go and let's see what data he generates in the 2024 election. Purpose Indom can be a very good yardstick if you want to compare Alan Chemani to anybody or independent candidate. You can't triangulate Purpose Indom data to get an assessment of how likely or the saying Alanchemanti would do. Though Alanchemanti comes with a different, slight different attribute in terms of the fact that he's coming from the MPP stronghold. That makes a difference on the amateur. But like I've always told you, as far as me are concerned, Ghana politics, I don't think people necessarily vote on personality. There's an element of that, but the majority of people vote on party lines. That is
personality is no countable.
Yeah, personality countable. Like I'm telling you, say who waiting now? Party lines, as the same personality.
Okay. Personality, okay.
Exactly. Internet so just trend there. You can most likely think, say, most people in the Ashante region will still vote on party lines. There are a few that will still vote on personality, but the weight of that, I don't know how it will play out. Let's see. The data will tell us everything in the 2024 election. But I'm excited about one thing in your election. At least if you are only media dance, we a political watcher, we a practitioner, we a student of politics, Ghana politics. You've also been in the trenches. You know what goes on. You see, sir, once we moved our debate from insult and minimize the insult and now to policy, you see that it's becoming more interesting, right? The parties are becoming more innovative in terms of how they engage the voters. And they are not just coming to them with anything, they are coming with them with their policies, their programs. And I think, sir, that is positive development for Ghana, for Ghana's or the same democracy. And that is exactly what needs to be encouraged from both sides, both political parties, that the engagement must be on policies, must be on, how you intend to change the fortunes of people. And when we shall start adopting American-style campaigning, right, where they are bringing personalities that have benefited from their program onto their political platform stages to begin to showcase them to Ghana for to say, so based on this policy that I implemented when I was in the office, this particular person benefited from it, and I'm showing him as an example for the rest of. I think that kind of politics is progressive. I see in Eden, change politics. No, and the media must encourage that. Mamun discourages that process.
Yeah, to be encouraged. More could have a plan that to me media in film. When it's convenient for everybody, no, be American media. But I think next week we'll do the topic now. I will come as no. Why? We'll do that topic. More than good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Oh yeah.
Brother Adam, now so
Adam.
You're looking sparkling. Well, Miami Mammy Hawkwaba. Mini kind for Abaswadiama, Mini Aba, sister of nature. Set me a new vote and then maybe to a banker. Based
Want to meet you.
Maybe I talk as a friend.
But only because of dance one.
Dance one for one of the same to ya.
But maybe do the dancing Juma.
Yo.
Campaign there. So they are calling Mahama or Luso when I am to Obama or my president would be more Ghana.
Yeah, that's a papa.
Or my president or on Yankasa. On yet.
Yeah, that's a papa.
Yeah, also your body will talk you know.
Very good. Me that's a papa. Minu nyami Israel pa. Yabeda frefo na se. Eya na yemre no nti. Mo fa nchen.
Ode aba. Wose akwie. Sa kaya ye empowerment project no. Sa yeka project anasa initiative a. Farouk wahu. You Farouk ate. Farouk nua be maso ochia wo. Mensa ka epilatru de ayi ode aba. Wose domi kwabenya constituency na mewo. Na akwie wohu initiative ampanimfo ede ba. Ebi so ede ayi omo kan se omo de confirm ketenkete na eba. Etu compare true no a ubehu ni ebeboa ama wo man no atumi akwa animu ni owo ani suade hunu ye atumi bua mabunu no compare the two. Joe Louisville de ayi ode aba o se akwi amemehwe mu fi